What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Hunter x Hunter chapter 367, titled Synchronization. Having some trouble with the OBS for some, I don't know, my OBS needs an update and I'm not able to make this bigger like I normally would. You can see it's just like, we're just having issues and I've tried to scale it, lock it, unlock it, but I've been messing around with it for like 30 minutes. I need to update my OBS anyway, so I'll do that. Patreon members, if you're watching this on Monday, I'm planning to stream tonight, so feel free to come on by for that. Yeah, we had a lot of information, a big information drop last episode. We caught back up with Halkenberg after he passed out. You guys kind of updated me on all of that, and we're just trying to keep up with all the information. So nothing really developed besides that. And Prince T over here, you know, mastering Nen. What did he do it in a couple days or a couple hours? I honestly forgot. But I mean, he, like, Gon and Killua were like prodigies, and like the scaling that I've seen, like, compares Zushi to Gon and Killua, that gap in just like skill and potential and just, you know, everything. Take that same, and now it's looked like Gon and Killua are the Zushi towards him. As far as just picking up now, that still doesn't mean just because someone, you know, picks up Nen faster and has an affinity for it and they're a prodigy doesn't mean they're just outright better. Who knows what Zushi could have mastered and turned into to say that he couldn't have beaten a Gon or Killua. I know it's hard to like think about and say, but same thing for him. Just because he's, you know, X, Y, and Z and is able to pick up on things and his ability is, you know, strong enough to kill a Netero or a Ant or a Royal Guard or Miriam doesn't mean it would have matched up with whatever, you know, adult Gon or, you know, Killua's Godspeed. You know, it's all it's all matchup based, and straight up potential and ability doesn't mean always you're going to win. But I still need to wait to see what his ability is to like compare. Like, okay, maybe nobody in the story has a chance, but we'll see how it goes. So 367 synchronization. Let's go ahead and do it. When you really need one, they're hard to find. The man sent by Fifth Prince should be here soon. If it drags on like this, it's bad news. What's her name? Shimoto? I forget the girl's name. What are they rummaging for? Looking for listening devices. They said Nen lets you see things you normally can't. Or are they pretending to look to fake us out? Yeah, this is going to be such a, like, we saw this with Benjamin. He's like, well, maybe they do this, but maybe they're doing this because they think we know, so they think they're doing what we know, what they think we don't know. It's just, everyone's trying to, like, 3D chess everybody here, and some are overanalyzing. Some have it, but they're overanalyzing. Some are under. It's all over the place. This is Mayor. Let him in. The one coming in is the Fifth Prince, Captain of the Guards. We're planning to form a truce in exchange for our information on Nen. We never followed up on... Did we follow up what happened in that room when Kurapika's like, if you want me to continue, you know, there's no going back type stuff? Did we follow up on that? Need to go back and look. So you can see information is shared equally, and to reduce any lingering doubts, I want all the guards present. We'll go to the guard anteroom. Bill, watch the prince. All right, Bill. He picked the farthest room, so we can search every corner of the rooms in the meantime. Hold on, the queen and prince need to attend. Oh god, this dude. Both gathering intel and guarding the prince are my duties. It's non-negotiable. Alright, your majesty, this way. Oh, Shimano. Shimano and I will look for an insect. I'll catch it if we find one. We'll need to move to the master bedroom then. The anteroom was the scene of the violent deaths. Why do you keep wanting to move? Why can't you just explain things here in the living room? He's refusing. Kurapika's inner thoughts. People were just killed in here. Put some thought into how the queen feels. It's also our job to reduce the burdens and make them more comfortable. Surely you can't object to that. Alright, luckily this dude's stepping in. He has a point. I don't want to be complicit in raising Queen Oito's stress. Let's make this quick. Don't you agree? Alright, he agreed. Do you expect so many to sit in? It's no problem. Or did you expect so many to sit in? It's no problem. All we want is information on Nen. The value of information depends on how it's used. I concur. Alright. Everyone's trying to like puff out their chest right now. No one, let's see who flinches with anything. But with respect to Nen, even what you see with your own eyes isn't necessarily the truth. And so, as a Nen beast is a creature with Nen abilities created in the ceremony, they feed on the prince's auras for energy and protect their host. Their form is affected by the nature of their prince. They're diverse in appearance and abilities, so use extreme caution. What they have in common is their need to protect their prince, but there's no guarantee that it's their top priority, that it's the top priority. Oh god. Is this like, why are we looking at Owito? What's happening with Owito? Do they see, oh, is Wobble's Nen Beast, did it sense all this hostility of the guards, and did it just summon itself? Is that why Karapika looked, and now Owito, even though she has no idea how to use Nen, she can see it? I'm guessing that. Let's see. Oh no, they found an insect. There it is. And everyone's like, what the fuck are we looking at? Now of all the times, why now? I mean, they can't, unless Queen Oito's like, oh my gosh, a roach, a bug, I hate bugs, I can't be in here anymore, somebody catch it, Bill, catch it, Karapika, catch it, do something. We could do that. I can't let this chance slip away, but I can't let them find out the queen's abilities. A cockroach, Is that what they're looking at? Is that it? Seems like an overreaction. Don't just stand there, get rid of it. It's disgusting. Yeah, okay. Don't you dare smash it here, take it somewhere else. Yes, ma'am, but how? You want a leg up? Of course, now it'll look natural, and when they're not looking. But is it really possible to activate an ability right under their nose? That was good for Oito to, like, she knows what's up with the what's ups here, so that's good that she was able to pick up on that. But this dude, I feel like it's hard to tell his tone, because you can see how people say things on a panel, but how do you say it? It's just like in real life. Like if someone sends you an email or a text message and they say it, you could interpret it the wrong way depending on how I deliver something to you in person. Um, so he seems kind of like, I'm part of, the royal army. I'm from Benjamin. Fine, do what you want type stuff. But how is he really coming off? Bill, Shimano, come here for a second. Catch that cockroach, all right, but do it. Did he say that out loud? Catch that cockroach, all right, but do it with Nen. It would be impossible. Seeing is believing. We'll use that cockroach, so we'll hide it in plain sight. All right. To show you a part of what Nen can do. So nobody here besides Bill, Karapika, and Oito are able to, well, Oito, use Nen or see Nen. Not even the first Prince's bodyguard, Royal Army, none of the 5th, the 3rd, the 2nd, none of them, Shimano, none of them can. Now, was it just the original First Prince's bodyguard that showed up? Is he just one of the Royal Army slash his, right-hand men that could use Nen? Or are there multiple soldiers in the Royal Army or multiple people under Benjamin that can use Nen? You figured it couldn't be just the one, but we know that Benjamin, I think the guy that he's been on the phone with or has been talking for him, he can use Nen or is aware of what Nen is, and then the one guy we saw. So there's got to be more than that, but maybe this one is not one of those. Of truth and fiction. Hello? I don't have ability to catch bugs. He is a manipulator. As the term implies, manipulator can control objects or living things. They're going to reveal their ability. That'll be good for him, so they kind of don't see it there. See them as a threat, that they're just willing to outright show what we can do. Do we know that this guy can use Nen? When his aura hits the bug, his power will be triggered. What are they thinking? Bill will discharge aura towards that roach. You can't see the aura, but we'll show you what he can do. Of course, it will be Queen Owito. This will throw them off. Oh, so are we... He's a manipulator. As the term implies, manipulators can control other. Is this, even though it's being spoken to the room and to Bill, is this actually, are these actually words that are being spoken for Oito? But how does she even, she can see it, but she can't, I don't know if this is being spoken directly to her. As far as, when his aura hits the bug, his power will be triggered. That would see easy enough for Oito to just be like, try as hard as she can to get some Nen to come out of, but she can't do that. She can't discharge her aura in a certain direction. But over here this is Bill. He's saying, of course it will be Queen Oito. This will throw them off. Let's see. Here I go. Now, does he have... Did we see him hand something off? Because we see the Steel Dolphin. Hold on. I'm a little confused. Only Karapika and I can see Stealth Dolphin, the two of them. Whether they have Nen or not, everyone will see it as Bill using an ability. Yeah, because they don't know that she can use it, and it's also the only people that can see this the dolphin are Oito and Karapika. So even if they had suspicions, they're not going to see this at all. Lady Oito, I'm ready anytime. That's the Steel Dolphin. Sending aura. Do it. So I don't remember the conditions on the guy's Nen, but is it all you had to do was identify a creature, and then the Steel Dolphin will then do what needs to be done? Is that for any set ability? I'm not sure. I'm trying to. I mean, the Steel Dolphin, like I said, we've been getting like a lot of information dump here. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Only Karapika and I can see the Steel Dolphin, Stealth Dolphin. So when Oito gives that command, the Dolphin's going to go, but only the two of them can see it. But there might be Nen that follows that, or when it touches the roach, Nen is going to hit. But here's the thing. We get that, though. We're trying to use that ability, are we not? Use it for our gain. Or is Karapika just trying to shut off his Emperor Time, or just get to the other ability that's in the chain? Because what's to keep it from, like, Oito orders the dolphin. It does its thing. It goes to the roach. We can now control said roach. What's to keep everyone else, like these guys here? What's to keep everyone from being like, oh, wow, Nen, look at that. All right. Kills the bug, and it just would have been a waste. So I'm curious. So what's going to happen is Bill's going to make it seem like he's doing something. But here's the thing, though. If one of these guys, if the first bodyguard can see Nen and does Nen and all that, Bill actually is going to have to do something. But even when Bill does something, Oito can do hers, but they don't. Only the two of them can see the Stealth Dolphin. So that'll be good. Sending aura and then Stealth Dolphin do it. So that's actually his aura, or is that the dolphin just projecting from there? Blap. What are they seeing? Synchronization complete. Nice. Lady Oito, you've hacked into the target animal senses. You can now control it at will. And I'm guessing she could control it on like a what's the word I'm looking for? Oh god. Telekinetic level, like a Charles, Professor Xavier, like she could just hit this. She doesn't have to speak out loud. That's pretty clean. It's not moving. Did he really do anything? Maybe he's just making stuff up since we can't see it anyway. Exactly. Go, bug, go. Oh, are you alright? So much has happened, I need to sit down. Shimano, take the prints. I don't trust Shimano. Well done. With her eyes closed like that, nobody would think she's the one controlling it. Got any request? Tell me specific things. Okay, nice. So she's sitting there with her eyes closed, looks like she's been through a lot and nobody's going to question her. So she can sit there, telepathically communicate to the roach. Here's the thing. It's not like a synergistic relationship to where, like, yeah, because we don't have trained roaches as an army. You're not going to, there's no symbiotic relationship where the roach is like, I don't know how long you could control the roach for. I forgot all the details, or any small Lena, but The roach isn't gonna if you're not familiar with an animal, you come across a specific bug, you don't know it could fly, or maybe you don't know it like has a good it's good at like climbing through walls or anything like that. The roach isn't going to be like, oh, Queen Oito, I'm very good underwater, or I can camouflage my body to look like my surroundings to the wall. Like they're not going to have conversations back and forth. I think it's just going to be like it. I think it's almost going to be like a an Ino type thing from Naruto, to where her mind is in there, but at the same time, what's up with her body? Is her consciousness in there and her body's just slumped, like vulnerable at all times? Or could she, if one of these bodyguards came up to her and started having a conversation with her at the same time, could she think in her head and control the roach at the same time? Or can she not do both at once? Or I don't know. Make it fly circles in the air and land on your finger. Finger, give me a break. This pen is good enough. Alright, Oito, do it. Do what you gotta do. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Whoa, I've never seen a roach fly before. Everybody's freaking out. First fly clockwise, now vertically, like a Ferris wheel. Twirl, 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 figure eight sideways. In for a landing. Wow. And she doesn't even have to see that, which is wild to me. So that's what I'm saying. She's got to be in, like, because I was thinking it would need to kind of, yeah, because you would see, you're not going to, the reason you go for an insect or a small animal is because they can get in places and be places and be unseen to where you can't be. So you have to be their eyes, their nose, their reflexes. You're not going to be able to see what they see if you're not in there. But that also makes me question, like, so am I looking through two sets of eyes? If someone comes and taps Lady Oito on the shoulder while that bug was doing all those things, and she snapped out of it, would the bug just fall down to the ground? Because clearly, like, if they controlled a small mouse or something, and the mouse scurried through a hole and into another room, you can't see into the other room, so you had to look through the creature's eyes that you're controlling. Interesting. There's no other explanation. It doesn't look like a robot. I'll go dispose of it. Yeah, you need to keep that thing somewhere safe. With Nen, setting conditions will allow you to use more powerful abilities. Mental, physical, environmental, quantitative. It could be anything, but the principle is high risk, high return. Learning just the basics, your strength can grow to several dozen times of a normal person. There is a substantial difference in power between someone who uses Nen and someone who doesn't. Literally the difference between an adult and a child. Whatever his name is, Bob Baminia, you're also a Nen user. Do you have anything to add to clarify? Okay, so he could see the Nen that Bill was doing, but he couldn't see the stealth dolphin, so that's good. Generally sounds fine, but what they want to know is something else. How? The how, I'm guessing? Whether they themselves can learn this ability in a short time. That's the big question. Yeah, exactly. Whether they can learn, in a short time. How can they learn it in a short time? That's the question. The short answer is yes, it is possible. And now everyone's like, that bass drum, doom, going to everyone's close. Okay, now she can control the bug and just let it get out of there. Specifically, it'll take 2 weeks to learn the basics. This will reduce the risk of being defenseless against a Nen attacker. So basically what Wing Sun taught Gon and Killua to get past Hisoka in Heaven's Arena and be like in a blizzard with no, jacket or, naked in the middle of a blizzard, you wouldn't be able to. So you could just teach them that, just to where somebody couldn't walk in the room and just pure aura take you over and kill you. Wait a minute, are you going to coach everyone? Yes, on one condition. Tell all the princes and let them decide if they want to participate. Alright, what's the condition? That's how far he'd go to force a stalemate. This is one tricky customer, alright. I wonder what that condition is. I'll teach all the princes, but you order your men to stay the hell. My condition would be me, Oito, Wobble. We want nothing to do with the throne. We don't want it. We have no desire for it now. 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Oito just wants to live. She wants Wobble to grow up. We don't want any trouble. You call off anything that's been called on to us. You look out for us if others disobey that, and you make sure we stay alive. And when the succession ends, and we get to the end of this, and there's 2 of us left, we vow to just bow out. We don't want any trouble. We're out of here. That's the only plausible condition I could see. Don't use it. Don't use any of your nen against us. We want protection. Well, let's see. Let's see if we get it this chapter. I don't have much left here. I'm looking at the scroll bar, and there's that much left. I wonder if we're going to get the condition of what that one condition is. Let's see. Bass drum. There's no mistake that this Karapika is calling all the shots. So here, when I read this, I'm going to read this bubble first, right? There's no mistake, Karapik is calling all the shots. Then I go down here to bottom right, then back across left, then I come up mid right, bottom, then bottom, I think. The fact that they let the cockroach out through the vents means Bill's ability can use captured animals as recon. I have to find out Karapika's abilities next. That's good, though, because now Mr. B-Man over here, he knows that Bill can use Nen. And he now thinks that he's got Bill checked off. I know Bill can use Nen, and I know what his Nen ability is. He can manipulate small creatures, use it for recon, which is exactly what the other guard's ability was. So now he's confident. He's like, boom, I got that information. And now that kind of, reels him in a little bit more. I can not trust Karapika, but you would so easily give up that type of information. But it's even better because now they might over or underestimate Bill one way or the other. So that's good. Do we even get a It's been so long ago since that episode of when we caught the guy was in the steel doll. There's been so much information since that chapter. I can't even remember if we actually did get what Bill's ability is. Can't remember. B, he's using N over the entire room, 1014. Oh, he's got N going, so he's got the whole room encased just to make sure. He's quite skilled. He probably knows what Bill's doing. He might come upon the possibility that the Queen was using the ability. How will this change his behavior? You don't know that, as long as it doesn't, Yeah, so if he does have the whole room encased in N, which Karapika states here, he's going to notice the roach going a specific direction. First, 13th Prince M, confirm the Nen Beast, and verify distribution and placement of the guards and servants. This is a lot for Oito. Peek, shift. Holy hell. There they are. This is 13th. This is the one right above them. Yeah. And we see just this huge dragon serpent. Oh, the chapter's over? Oh, no, hold on now. What the fuck is this? Oh, this has nothing to do. I was like, dang. Bill goes and disposes that roach, come back, and somebody's dead on the ground? Alright, good. There wasn't anything information here wise as far as us needing to go back and deep dive into what's that ability means. We had a good episode there good chapter of getting to use the ability. It's been in the dolphin. That's one down. We still have one more to go to get rid of. Karapika was talking about leaving that active for a week for the banquet or dinner or whatever they have set up. Clearly that's not going to be a possibility, but now we only have one ability that's loaded, but we didn't see what that ability is yet. I don't think so. And then just questions on this kind of manipulator ability of, like I said, Oito's now has the roach, in the next prince's room, looking at things, doing recon. If one of those bodyguards came up and was shook her on the shoulder, Oito, how are you doing? Are you feeling any better? If she popped up, would the roach go back to being a roach? Or if they did that, would she not respond? How is like, when do you, because like, I don't know if it has anything to do with like Ino's mind transfer jutsu, but like with Ino, somebody would have to like watch her body because she could be controlling Sakura or Madara or whoever out there. Um, but if explosions are going off or a Bijou bomb goes by her body, she's dead. She's actually dead. The body's actually dead. So I don't know what the connection is between body and consciousness, and like if she could hold her conversation, like if she just sat up, she's like, okay, I'm feeling better, but in her mind give the roach commands, and for how long we'll just kind of have to see how it plays out. But we do know that he does know how to use Nen. Karapika made the statement that he seems pretty powerful, or that he's quite skilled. And then, I mean, he has made good assumptions. I do like his character design a lot. Though. I really hope he has blonde hair, till he looks like the Street Fighter character. But that's honestly pretty much it. Nobody in this room knows Nen. Everybody's there to go, and that's just that was pretty much the episode. Them getting their hands on an insect. They did. They fooled them. They think that's Bill's ability, so they think they have something down. So that looks good on Karapika and Bill and Oito and Wobble. They were able to share information about Nen. They're willing to teach us about Nen. They even showed and it's a rare, like everybody's looking on how to use Nen, how to learn Nen, who's known this Nen, what abilities, what can we know to give us the upper hand so we're not behind, and they willingly showed you somebody's ability, what you think, in Bill. So like everything's looking great for Karapika and them's favor, minus their low numbers. So yeah, it looks good. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how it plays out. How many chapters do we have left? I know it's in the 390s, so we have tons to go. Well, not tons. I mean, we're coming up on 37. We're coming down to 21 a week. I mean, 21 we got. What are we about to be? September, October, November, December, 4, 8, 12, 16. So at this pace, if we kept it at one a week, it'd get us to like January. What is that final number at? 391. Okay. So we're coming up on, what do we have? 8, 9, 70. Add the 20 with the extra one. We got like 24-ish chapters left. If we keep it at one a week, that'll get us to January. But yeah, if you guys are still able to get 100 likes, we'll pump out 2 again next week. So Patreon members, you guys will see this on Monday at noon. YouTube, you guys will see this on Friday. This upcoming week, I think we're going to attempt to add an extra Avatar episode. So what we'll do is we'll have, for YouTube, you guys will get Avatar, Full Metal, Hunter x Hunter chapter. And then the week after that, I will start the Death Note, and I'm going to keep that at once a week, just to kind of make sure we can stay on it, because it'll be Avatar. Well, the Full Metal's going to end soon. This is the last week. Well, actually, by the time you guys are seeing this on YouTube, I've finished Full Metal. So that'll kind of give me some time to calm down, but it'll just kind of be all YouTube. I mean, you guys will have, until Full Metal runs out, it'll be Avatar, Full Metal, Hunter x Hunter. I'll do Death Notes on Saturday. And what I'll probably do is I'll do early reactions with Death Note on Patreon. Since Full Metal's done on Patreon, we'll do Death Note like a week early as well. So I'll give you guys Death Note on like Tuesday. And then put it like Saturday or Sunday for YouTube, and we'll just keep all that. And then I'm trying to get back into streaming. I figure if there's ever a time I want to like dive deep into that streaming and YouTube stuff, now's the time that I have the free time. I'm going to post a video here soon asking you guys kind of things on, what you like to see from creators and reactors and Twitch streamers, and just to kind of gauge that. Because if there's ever a possibility to make like the YouTube and Twitch like a full-time thing, even a part-time thing, it'd be great, because it's a no-time thing right now. There's no money coming in. But if there's a possibility, I'd definitely like to talk to you. And I can talk to some of my people more directly in the Patreon Discord. But just to get everybody's kind of, what do you look for when you look to subscribe to somebody, or, sub to them on Twitch or Pit, just all those kind of things. But we're going to save that for another video. We've been going on for long enough. I appreciate it, guys. Another Hunter x Hunter chapter down, 368 next week. Patreon members, you have a good week. I'll see you guys in the Discord, YouTube. Y'all have a good weekend. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. And as always,